Alright, as I was saying a few minutes ago, I adjusted my position so hopefully you can see. I'm going to try to let you see this, the reticle on here. Let's see if we can get it. There it is. That's what the red, and it also comes in red. Now the problem I was having, it would shift a lot to the left. That's the Bushnell Trophy T reticle. Now this aim point clone, let me see if I can get it. You can see the dot there. It works pretty good. I like that. Speaking of sighting features, one of the things I don't like, I was telling you earlier, I'll show you that too, if I can get it kind of a little bit closer. This kind of blurry. Let me see if I can zoom out. Alright, that's the little paint dot that I put as a marker for. It might be a good idea for you guys using red dots to kind of let you know, give you a visual clue so you don't have to try to look at those small numbers and make sure it's off. One of the things I don't like about the Dpms, this, let me zoom out again. This is the original rear sight that came with it. Look at that. You see how thin that piece is there? You turn it upside down, it just lay flat on there. You got this thick groove here, but on the opposite side you got this little piece of crap. That's garbage. And I was having a problem. I knew something was wrong with my sighting because it kept shifting, and I looked at it one day. I said it don't look right, and I was looking at it on the rail and it kept looking crooked, and I realized it was this piece of crap that wasn't, when you start screwing it in and tightening it, it won't get a whole strong hold. What I have on my DPMS right now, pan to that real quick for me, is a UTG rear sight. Now I know you got Troy and all these other Yankee Hill and everybody else making these sights, but I'm not going to spend $100 just on the rear sight. I'm not going to do it. I don't think that's a value. Now I do think if you're buying a red dot to get the best top of the line aim point and all that kind of stuff, because people speak highly of them as far as battery life and stuff like that and durability. But when it comes just a simple piece of iron that probably costs them every bit of $2 to make, I'm not going to give $100, $65, $68, and all that kind of money for it. This is collapsible also, so it'll drop, go flat. It's a little bit more bulky, but look at this. Look at the rails here. See how thick those corners are? That gives a tight, solid feel in comparison to this DPMS bull crap that they put on here. This little swinging gate garbage. So that's gone. UTG is what I'm using now. From now on, that's pretty much it as far as the DPMS. As far as the changes I made, of course, too, I use the mag pull now. They come with 20 rounds. Keep a little luminescent tape on here so I can see it in the dark. Let me see. Take the light down. See if we can. See if it really glows pretty dark. I'm not going to turn the lights all the way off. But that helps me in case I drop my mag at night or my pouch fall over. I can find my mag. Might be a good idea for some of you guys. I keep a luminescent tape on all my magazines, and I try to keep them on the back so if somebody looking from a different angle, only I should be able to see it. Anyhow, these are the C Products mag. I think these are 19 or 20 rounders. Can't remember. I only load mine to 18 anyway, and if there's ever a situation where there's a breakdown in rule of law, then I go full mag. But while they're in storage, I don't load them to full capacity. 18 should get the job done. You shouldn't have to use that many really. But that's about it. One other thing I'm gonna show you on a DPMS, I have a BDS tactical sling on it. Let me put that on. You might have to pan up a little bit to see it. And it's a nice sling. One thing about it, I'm gonna show you something crazy. One my buddy Carr showed me. When you got this sling, it the DPMS can be a bruiser. If you don't have on knee pads or something like that, because when you're moving and running, I've been running with this thing, especially when it's loaded, man, it'll tear your knees up. So take some time and really put some thought into getting the right sling to carry this beast. because I know a lot of people out there like to run and gun. I don't, but if you have to even hump this mud for over a hill and for some distance, outside of running and playing in, you know, within a limited space, you're gonna feel it, especially if you're carrying your whole pack and everything and other ammunition and wearing a vest and all that kind of stuff. But this sling, this BDS sling is cool. I keep it on. I don't know if you can see it. I lean out a little bit. You can kind of, it's, you know, quick. You can adjust it quickly, and you can still, if you adjust it wide enough, you can do the whole thing. I know everybody been watching Magpul. They want to go from left shoulder, right shoulder, weak, strong, all that kind of stuff. You can do it with the BDS sling. But my man car, I was watching him the other day, and I noticed he had his sling on kind of funny on his AR, and he gave me a good idea. This sling works for me, but it's not the best for me. The idea he came up with was, to me, outstanding. You guys might not feel it, but it works for me, and I'm trying to get with this seamstress now to see if we can work that out. But he took a Condor sling, the dual bungee sling, and he wears it like a shoulder holster. And I'm gonna put it on like that. It's not designed to be worn like that, but the convenience of it is, I mean, it speaks for itself. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on. All he did was, you know, attach this to, you know, the one end to the loop that's there. Throw it over your shoulder. Let's see if I put it on like, you don't have to show this yet, but I'm just gonna show them how it fits on the side. And you'll have this little piece hanging like this, right? You can take that and hook it. I got a little feature right here on the back. Man, this is way too real. Even with this magazine in, I can carry this mud just like that. And I can keep it on the side, keep it in my hand. I can move a pistol around like that. And you can actually carry it just like this with the sling like that. Just showing that a little bit, the side sling. And it just, you know, with the bungee, if I need to go out with it, I can go out with it. You know, it's, you know, man, that's, you know, and it was just something he had been doing. I hadn't seen him do it. But I'm like, you know, it didn't cross my mind. He done turned a regular sling into kind of like a Galco holster type sling. And it works. I can go from, you know, here, there, bam, bam, bam. I don't want to hit the table. Transition to my secondary just that fast, you know. Both of them on the side. And of course, I always keep my hand on my rifle. I'm not just going to let it be floating like that. I'm going to be ready with it. But I think it's cool. You can move around with it and it never hits your knees in the front. And it don't interfere with you, you know, running and all that. I think that was a good idea on Carl's part. And I got to give him credit for that. And, you know, it is what it is. Now, the next thing I have out, even though I've been talking about this, I think I mentioned a little bit earlier that I love my 308, but I think I'm going back to the AR-15 because I'm looking at if you know, stuff hits the fan and all that, I want a lightweight rifle. I do a lot of hiking and stuff like that. I'm not old like some, I'm not young like some of you guys out there, you young bucks. So you know, I'm trying to make things easy as possible for me. And what I'm looking to do is, this is my wife's rifle, and of course this is called Drum. I just put that on there for show. This weapon, the AR-15, I spoke about it in another video. I haven't posted that on YouTube. I got it on another site, but the AR-15 5.56 is the way to go to me, because that round, the round is lethal, plenty lethal. I don't care what people say. You get the right rounds in there. If you're shooting people with steel core rounds or tungsten rounds, of course you might not get that much effect. But any standard full metal jacket or frangible rounds or hollow points that's available to us, that's not available to the military, those rounds get the job done. The 223 is destructive on tissue, period. And the type of ammunition I'm going to run with mine is 75 grain bow tail hollow points and the standard penetrators, green tips. So green tips for hard penetration, and the 75 grains for you know, human targets even at distance. And look at the versatility you have with magazines, the commonality of it. You know, I can go with the plastic, I can go with the 20 round steel if I'm laying down flat, prone. I got the 100 round drum if I want to mount it. Of course, I got glass on it. And something we do too, go ahead and give y'all a tip. We keep our front sights. We keep our real sights when we got our scoping plate. We put them on the rail. We just go ahead and tie them in on the rail real tight and keep them there. You know, while we're using the scope. And if, you know, we not with that running gun concept, so we try to operate from cover and we try to operate with precision. And that's pretty much how we roll. One of the other things I'm going to show you right quick, this is the EMA tactical magazine I was talking about earlier. We carry in the store too. I'm going to open one up. Try to open it up without damaging the package. I like these magazines. Take some of these rounds out here. This magazine is cool because it has a oh man, pause for 1 second. That's not the one I want. They have magazines similar to Magpul, the hard plastic. These are made in Israel, but this is not the one I'm looking for. I'm gonna get the other one in a few seconds. What it is, it has a countdown feature, and what that does, it allows you to know how many rounds you have left in the magazine. Just like, you know, Magpul has a little window to show you how many rounds you have, but this one actually has an indicator on the side, the rear, and under the bottom to let you know how many rounds you have left.